All right, let's hope that this thing is working again today, because last time the mic refused to work. So I hope that it's working today. I hope that it's working today. Not only that, but I hope that the stream is actually working fine. We'll see what happens, Coach. We'll see what happens, man. If not, we'll just go with the flow. We'll go with the flow skill. Let me see. All right. I think it's good. I think it's good. Can y'all hear me? Boom boom bum boom boom bum. Dun 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 dun. I hope that y'all heard that. I hope that y'all heard that, man. What's good? What's good? Yeah. What's going on, Derek, man? Simon, Nicholas, Randy G. What's good? What is going on, my friends? So when I come on here for a few and talk about the best-selling manga in history, Awesome Sauce, it's probably not going to be a very long stream. Probably going to keep it compact, like 20 to 40. But knowing me, I say a half an hour stream. And I was trying to start this at 10:30, man, but my computer just wouldn't work. I had to hard reset the computer, bring it back because it kept telling me my camera wouldn't work, and I was like, "Come on, Coach, come on, man, work for me." But anyways, we got it working, so we'll be in here for a good 30 minutes to an hour, man, talking about the Awesome Sauce. I really wanted to talk about this series and the direction where Act 2 could be going, but not only that, but talk about a couple other things that is currently taking place in the One Piece series. One thing that I want to address at the beginning of the video, just for anybody that's going to be watching this whenever it goes up after it's live, I am planning on reacting to this week's episode. It's just not going to be tonight. So more than likely it'll be done either tomorrow or Monday. Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption. I've been asked to do a reaction to the episode. Just know that it won't be today. It's going to be later on in the week. So if not today or tomorrow, but definitely no, I'm planning on reacting to it. It's the animated version of Chapter 900. You know, I have to. So, and plus y'all have requested for it, so it'll be coming. It'll be coming. Just know that for sure. But aside from that, what's going on, Horace? What's going on, Alma? Almotiamdos. Then we have Gemlon right here. What's going on, man? What's going on? So yeah, man, let's go ahead and talk about some One Piece greatness now. Horace sent me a comment last in the most recent video that I thought was very, very fascinating. I just finished reading it earlier on today, and I just thought that I would bring that up as a first discussion, because just in case nobody else has heard this, I hadn't even thought about this possibility, and I hadn't seen or heard of this theory at all. So I just thought it was very, very fascinating, man. I have it pulled up. Oh, I just remember I don't have it pulled up anymore. I reset my computer, man. I hard reset my computer. I was like, man, I know I'm missing something. I'm going to go into my comments in my recent video. Yeah, Horace sent me two theories that I thought was very, very fascinating. And then I want to bring up to y'all, because I feel like they're worthy of discussion. Where is the okay. So this one right here, I'm actually going to open it up, because this one is one that I want to go back to later on. I actually want to comment on this because I created a Reddit account just for purposes like this. But anyways, because I want to give credit to the individual that made this, because this was a well thought out theory, man. Both of them were, but so the first one was a theory that was about Big Mom and the possibility that the one how can I word this, man? Because there's just so much behind the theory that I'm trying to figure out a way how to like compact it onto like a couple sentences. So basically, the like too long didn't read version is that when Big Mom ate Mother Caramel, instead of Big Mom eating Mother Caramel, it was a situation to where the Soul Fruits Awakening could possibly be a one-time usage thing to where it could possess a certain person. And I'm gonna go and I guess I'll leave a link to the article, because I think rather than me talking about it, since I've only read through the theory once and I need to go through it again because there was a lot to it. But from what I did see, it's not a theory that I'm on board, but it's definitely worthy of discussion. Like, I still think that what we have is the actual Big Mom, but however, what I will say is this, is that if it truly is an identity crisis with the one that we're seeing right now in Wano is the true Big Mom, which she is acting like the Big Mom that we saw back in the flashback. And the one that we were seeing beforehand was Mother Caramel, then this is going to be a very, very interesting character arc for Big Mom. But I have to give credit to the people who created this theory. So the person who posted this is a person named Dudu, Dudu, and I thought it was fascinating. I really, really did. So remind me whenever the video goes off air to leave this in. Actually, I'll leave it in the stream. I'll leave it in the stream. Leave it in the stream. It's a very, very fascinating theory. That one right there. Very, very fascinating theory about the possibility of Big Mom and that Mother Caramel was the one that was basically in control due to possession, using the soul fruit. And I think it's worthy of discussion. I really, really do. I'm not 100% on board the theory, but I think it's worthy of discussion. However, this next one I'm on board 150%. This next one comes from Reddit, and it is from a person posted by Fifth Kablamo. Now, this person is talking about I'm gonna read it verbatim. When Moria takes Luffy's shadow to Oars, he explains the legend of the country puller. A gigantic Oni stole entire countries and brought them back to its own, creating a kind of jigsaw puzzle island. Now, what's suspicious is that Wano is so neatly divided into its regions, and that these regions have different climates. What if the rivers that split Wano into 6 is actually where the land masses were fused? And I know it might seem weird for different parts of the same island to have different climates, but we've seen Punk Hazard. Whether it's the island's magnetic properties, Punk Hazard has no magnetic field, but other islands do, or Awakened Logia is permanently altering them. The reason why the Grand Line Islands have varying climates with possibly zero respect to latitude and longitude is a mystery. So this opens up the possibility that Wano could be a hodgepodge of former islands. Now, this would normally be considered as reaching, but there's another clue to consider. The island right next to Wano, Onigashima. We've seen its outline. It has a gigantic Oars head. Oars was originally gigantic by himself, but this skull here is about the size of the island. What if Curry, Ringo, Kibi, Udon, Hakumai, and the Flower Capital used to be separate islands fused together by an Oni who lived on Onigashima centuries ago? And what if Kaido is a descendant of that monster? Once again, that theory comes straight from Fifth Kablamo, and shout out to Horace for sending me that theory because I love it. I love it, man, because from the moment that I saw Kaido, and especially whenever I rewatched Marineford, and I remember Oars and his connection to Wano, it made me think. I was like, man, there has to be some sort of connection between Oars and Kaido from like the theory says, some sort of descendant or the case may be. But the stuff about Oni, because I had been wondering why it is that Onigashima is so separated from the rest of the island, and this just makes perfect sense right there. It makes perfect sense. I like this theory. I do. I like this theory. I think it makes sense, and we'll see where Oda takes it. But I love it, and I'm still 100% on board anything when it comes to continent puller Oars, because that's going to be very big when it comes to overall future of One Piece. And what better way to have that be a big part of Wano? I mean, we've already been speculating about Oars and the Three Skulls being something that is going to have something to do with Im-sama or Instant Messenger and what's going on up there in Reverie, just based off of the Three Skulls that we can see in the silhouette in chapter 906. So we know that has some sort of importance there. But aside from that, just staying here with the continent puller Oars, I thought that it was something, just personally, before I read this theory, I thought that Oars' importance as a continent puller was going to be something that was going to be like some final arc stuff, possibly going all the way back to Void Century or stuff with Joy Boy. Like, I could have seen something like that with a continent puller. But this one right here makes a lot of sense. This one right here makes a lot of sense, and it explains why Onigashima is so separated from the rest of them, man. But anyways, those two theories right there, very fascinating stuff. Once again, shout out to Horace. Two theories that I think are very worthy of discussion. I know another theory that has been talked about a lot, that I've been seeing on both my comment section and on Twitter, is the theory that Wano itself is on the back of a turtle. Like, Wano itself is shaped like the back, like a turtle's back, and it could be back up a turtle. I don't think that's the case. However, it's definitely possible because we know of Zoe and whatnot. I don't see Oda as the type of person to reuse the same thing twice, especially back to back like this. To have Wano be a turtle, or just have an island be an animal, which is something he already did previously. We know that Oda likes to be creative and create new things within his world. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if it is, but just knowing Oda and how he likes to surpass expectations, I don't expect him to reuse the same thing twice, especially back to back like this. So that's my thoughts on that one. That's my thoughts on that one. But it was great. Great theory, man. Great theory. Let me see. So let me see right here. Recon, are you liking Wano so far? I'm loving everything about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, the realist. If Wano continues on like this, it's probably gonna end up being in like top 3, or maybe my favorite arc, man. I love it. I love everything that has to do with it, from the setting to the characters involved, to the story, to the plot points. The weekly experience is so much fun. And then we're only at the beginning, man. Like, we're only at the beginning of Wano. Nothing has even come close to just popping off yet, man. We've had such an explosive beginning, and there's something about the setting that I just love so much. So like everything else just on top of that is great. Finally having all the straws together in one place, but from the story and the characters that have been put in so far, I've been loving Wano so much, man. And for a bunch of different standpoints and a bunch of different periods in time, I love the beginning of Wano because I loved Impel Down and the way that was paced. Whereas every single chapter you're heading off to a new part of the island. So in Impel Down's case, every chapter you're going from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. It would take like 2 chapters, like level 1, and then in the second part of the chapter, which would be the chapter after that, you were getting the hell out of the level 1. Next chapter you're getting into level 2. Next chapter you're getting out of level 2. And that's what it felt like when we were going with Wano in the beginning. I love stuff like that because it's great. It's you're taking a pit stop here, you're leaving. You take a pit stop here, you're leaving, and it all had like that goal of getting to a certain point in Wano, and I loved that. And then that with finding out more about Wano, seeing the supernovas, having Luffy and Zoro go on an adventure together, Tama greatness, seeing Kiku, the greatest of the sumo wrestlers, and then you take all the Kaido and Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blackbeard, Kid, and everything going down now, Komurasaki and Kyoshido, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's awesome. Derek, great minds think alike. I just saw your comment about the oars, the continent polar, about Onigashima. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that was a great theory. When I saw Horace post that theory and I was reading it, I was like, good God, like this is an A1 theory, man. Really, really nice. And I like the Big Mom one too. My only thing is that I'm not 100% on that one when it comes to the on Mother Caramel being like possessing a Big Mom, and her possibly having been the one that was that was pretty much since that day. This has all been a part of Mother Caramel's plan, and it would make sense because it is her dream. It like Big Mom basically did inherit Mother Caramel's dream after that. And the Big Mom that we see right now, and her saying, "Who am I?" It was more of an identity crisis than a memory crisis. So, I mean, if it does happen, shoot, props to that person for calling it, man, because good God, that was a really well put together theory. So it's worthy of discussion. I'm just not behind it 100% yet. What's going on, Nissan, man? What's going on? So I think Luffy's awakening will be what Jake the Dog is from Adventure Time, if you know that show. Thoughts? I don't know much of Adventure Time, so I don't know what it is awakening or what I mean. I know Jake the Dog. I don't know like what like his ability was or anything like that. I watch Adventure Time every once in a while on television, but I didn't watch it like that. What's going on, RKS, man? Love this theory because there was a higher chance we get a small Oni race flashback at some point. Yes, no, Derek, it's not even a small flashback. I think that flashback is going to have either something to do with the overall Void Century flashback we're going to get eventually, or it's going to have something to do with whenever we get a flashback to like the bigger picture with Instant Messenger Sama and some stuff going on in the past. Because I'm telling you right now, man, Oda puts nothing in a series for no reason. And whenever you put in Oars and established Oars as that big of a threat back in Throw the Bark, I think that he's going to dedicate quite a bit of time, if not dedicate some time to it, he's going to interweave it into another story that's going to make it very, very important. So I want it. I really, really do. And I don't think it's going to be a small flashback like I was saying. I think it's going to be incorporated into a very, very big flashback. And when I mean by big flashback, I mean like a Robin / Montblanc Noland and Kagara length flashback, like a couple of chapters long, which we need. I think the Kozuki Odin flashback is going to be that long. I expect the Odin flashback to be volume long. I do. And I know it's going to take place later on this year. I'm expecting a 7 to 10 chapter long flashback because I feel like we're going to need it for something like that. I think we're going to need it for something like that. Yo, my dog, Mr. Venom 626. Shout out to Venom, man. Venom's been on the channel for God knows how many years, bro. Venom's an OG. Shout out to Venom, man. Onside says, you're already caught up with Kingdom, and what do you think of this arc so far? I'm not caught up to Kingdom. I'm around like 7 or so chapters behind, and I'm planning on catching back up soon. But I am enjoying the arc a lot, man. And I was waiting a little bit so that I can go back and reread the entire arc. So I need to do that soon. Horace says, a central link of an SBS answer that possibly debunks the theory of Big Mom gaining Mother Caramel's daughter by eating her. Did you see it? I think Horace, was that the one that is it was the trollish one, right? Whenever they asked, okay, if I eat Luffy's fruit, we'll also get Luffy's abilities, and Oda responded with, no, you'll get food poisoning. Is that the one you're talking about? I think that's the one you're talking about. Nissan says, are you going to react to 875 on the channel? Yeah, I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I am going to react to 875. It's probably going to be tomorrow because my friend Jalen right now, he's currently watching Marineford, and I wanted to watch the last couple episodes, because that's what I was doing that a little while ago with him. We're watching a couple episodes. I think he's still, I mean, my man is going ham. He's watched Impel Down, and he's going ham. But I want to watch as many of those moments, rewatch them, rewatch it with him. And so I think that he's going to finish the arc soon, and I want to rewatch a couple of those episodes with him. So when all that gets taken care of, I most certainly plan on reacting to 875. I already plan on doing it, but the fact that it's been so highly requested since the episode came out, I can expect it's going to be a godly episode, man. Like legit. I've seen nothing but people saying like, yo, man, this episode needs to be reacted to. And when people say that, then it's a fire flashback. Or a fire episode. So I can't wait. I can't wait to react to it, man. But definitely, I expect a reaction, Nissan. Expect a reaction. King Crim. Oh, yeah, whoopies. What's up, Rohanite, man? What's up, the evil Rohanite? Yo, Hazy. What's good, fam? What's good, Hazy? Let me see. Go watch the latest episode. Oh, trust me, I will. I will watch it. More likely, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, and I'm definitely a reaction to it. Barn says, all love from the Philippines. Wow, awesome. Huge fan of your OP reactions. Yo, I appreciate that, yo. I appreciate that. You're from the Philippines, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What time is it over there right now? You know, I'm pretty sure it's pretty early right now, right? Regardless of what time it is, thank you very much for supporting. I appreciate that. Yo, Jod the God, what's popping? Venom says, Recon, what are the chances that Luffy will fight Queen and Kid will fight King, leaving Law for Jack? In terms of just I can see clashes with those three. I can see Law and Jack. I can see that one. Kid and King, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Coach. I don't know about that one. And trust me, I hype up Kid a lot, man. But what I saw King do, bro. Well, now, if they're matched up, we'll see what happens then. And maybe Kid will be matched up and where he has a lot of metal around him, and he'll be able to put up a fight, man. But That's the right hand man of Kaido, bro. I don't know. Now, as far as Luffy as Queen is concerned, I definitely do see a clash happening here in Kaido Pell Down. It's not going to be a long one. I could Oda could take the Magellan route, but the reason why I don't see him taking the Magellan route with what's about to happen is because I see Queen showing up. Something happens to prolong the time before Queen can actually do something to Luffy. Luffy and Queen probably scuffle a little bit with us possibly seeing Queen's abilities for the first time, and then that's when our Big Mom arrives at Udon. I do not see anything going beyond that unless, because of the scuffle with Queen, Luffy's able to escape. Or because of what Big Mom does whenever she gets there, Luffy's able to escape. But I think that it's all has to depend on what Kid's current plan is and what Kid is doing at this point in time. So we'll see what's happening there. But as far as the matchups go, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I could see two of them happening, but the Kid. I mean, hey man, listen. If Kid and King throw hands, I'll be hype. I'll be marking out. But I don't know. I don't know if Kid can go up against my dog King, man. But in terms of just them fighting, I could see it. Wow. Nissan says 875 is in the top 10 episodes. Top 10? Man, this episode must have been phenomenal. Yo, this episode must have been fire. All right, for sure tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll get on it. If it's that fire, if it's that heat, man, I gotta get on it tomorrow, no question. Can I get your opinion on Snatch, the phrase by Zoro? You know, that's actually a very, very interesting comment. So I haven't looked much into Snatch, into that entire theory and or whatever is going on right now, because I know I've seen a couple of videos in my sub box with other YouTubers talking about Zoro's possible connection to Wano and whatnot. I didn't get that from that. The most that I got out of that entire thing with Zoro was that there was going to be something explained later on where it was possible that he learned something like that while trading back with Kuina and Koshiro whenever he was younger. I would have to probably read and go into some research to see where people are getting ancestry when it comes to Wano out of that entire thing. But I'll probably watch some theories on that. But in terms of my opinion on it, I haven't researched much into it. Like I said, that's just the way I see it. Is it's possibly something that was brought up earlier by Koshiro or Kuina, or something back in the school for whenever Zoro was growing up. At least that's the way I take it. But I haven't looked much into it. I was instead past couple days, man. I've been thinking a lot about the Big Mom situation. What's gonna happen with Kid whenever he escapes, or now that he has escaped, what's gonna happen now? And of course, Komodosaki and Kyoshiro, because that entire situation is very, very interesting to me. Actually, now that I bring that up, what are y'all's thoughts on Kid and his escape? Because now that Kid has escaped, because all of us were originally anticipating that Luffy and Kid would go out together, escaping Kaido Pell Down in a similar way that Luffy escaped Pell Down, and going off with this entirely new crew to go into Onigashima. But instead, Luffy's left behind while Kid is setting off by himself. Excuse me. Now, if Kid is already set off by himself, there are a couple different scenarios that had to have happened. Number one, there had to have been something that took place that told Kid that this is the time to leave. It is now officially the time to get out of there. All right. Something had to have taken place, regardless of what it is or who it was that set it off, whether it was a bigger plan that was already set in motion between him and the other supernovas, or a bigger plan that was already set in motion from himself that he was just waiting for a certain point in time in order to do it. I don't know. But when we do find out how it is that he escaped and why he escaped at that point in time and what he's going to be doing now, especially now that we got that map and we know that Udon is the closest thing to Onigashima, now I'm very, very interested to know Kid's whereabouts and where it is that he's going to be going. Because it could very well be that he's the first one that makes it to Onigashima. and wants to go and box Kaido again. And if that's the case, actually, then I can see where Venom is getting that thought of King and Kid. Because let's just say that actually happens. And we have Luffy and Queen square off here. Luffy gets the cuffs off, and Luffy actually takes on Queen here. I don't expect it to be a full-on brawl, because I definitely expect both Queen and King to be present in the Onigashima battle. However, a little scuffle wouldn't hurt anyone, or at least it'll definitely hurt them, but it won't hurt us as fans. And then and it'll be a good opportunity to show Queen's abilities. But with King, if King sees anything in his airspace, he's sticking it out, coach. So, but Kid cannot do it alone. There's no way Kid, especially as a Devil Fruit user, can get across the ocean to all the way down to Onigashima. He needs some sort of help. So it makes me think, is Luffy a part of this entire plan? Because Luffy hasn't even talked about the fact that Kid has escaped or anything, so we don't know what his thoughts are on that scenario. But it just makes me think that maybe Luffy knows, or he has certain info, or it could be a part of a bigger plan between the two of them. But expecting Luffy to follow on a plan is not good, coach. That's not good. I trust in my King, but I trust in my King to do stuff on the fly, not following a plan. Not following a plan. Jack needs to be taken down by Sulong, Inu, and Sulong Neko, and no one else. You know what? I somewhat agree. From an emotional standpoint, and from a standpoint of that entire situation with those two characters back on Zou, who better than to take them out, to display their abilities, in action, there in Onigashima, than for those two. I respect it. Whoa! Was this revealed in the latest SBS? Realist? Recon, although we know that Sengoku has King's Haki. Sengoku has King's Haki? Where in the Five Fighters do you see this? Sengoku has King's Haki? Where have I been, bruh? SBS? Yo, I'm shook. No, it was from the Viver Card starter pack. I see it right here. What? I had seen a few of these, but I didn't see the Sengoku one. Bro, this man's Sengoku. I mean, I expect it. You expect it, especially from a man that was going toe to toe with Roger. But still, yo, Sengoku with the King's Haki. All right, man, I didn't know that. What in the flying flagnards? Bro, that's crazy. According to this thing right here, not even Garp had it. I don't believe that though. No, what? So Sengoku has Conquerors, but not Garp? Well, that actually does make sense, because Garp is not a conqueror. Garp doesn't want to conquer anything. In fact, the reason why he's in the position that he's in is because he doesn't want to do any more work than he has to. But yo, man, Sengoku with the King's Haki. So we see that Stussy has armor and observation. We see that Fujitora has armor and observation. Sabo has armor and observation. Garp has armor and observation. Lucci has armor and observation. Kuzan, same. Sengoku with all three. Suda with 2. Wow. I can't believe I had not seen that until right now. That's crazy. Zoro gets lost and ends up on Onigashima. Man, if that happens, I'm for it. Zoro's the first person to arrive and goes ham. That would be goat. Oda said in SBS 92 that a certain ship traveled from Wano to East Blue some decades ago, and that the offspring of people who were aboard the ship is someone we're very familiar with. So that is what people are talking about when it comes to Zoro's bags. Oh, okay. That is where that's the connection that they're making there, Horace. I got you. Thanks for letting me know that. I need to. I really need to stop, because what I like to do is I like to, if there's something really important from the SBS that I see online roaming around, then I read it. But aside from that, I usually like to save SBSs for whenever I actually get them in volume form. It depends. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. But I was doing it for this one for 92. I was like, for this one, I saw the Nami looking older at 40 and 60. So I was like, you know what, man, I'll save the rest of the SBS whenever I get it. But man, dude, I might have to look into this SBS. You might have to look into it. Okay. So now that's what that's coming from. That is very, very interesting, though, because I feel like the obvious answer is for us to go straight to Zoro, but knowing Oda is probably going to break our ankles and say somebody else. So we'll see what happens there. Wano arc for the win. I'm there with you, King of Spirits. Wano arc for the win, indeed. Luffy's the GOAT, no question. I see. Luffy is the GOAT. As he says, yes, Sengoku has all three types, so RIP the theory of Marines not knowing conquerors. For me, Akainu has it too, man. And I've been saying this for years, because for me, a conqueror, a king, is someone who wants to, who wishes to achieve something of a very, which is why I still believe Zoro's going to get it too, because Zoro wants to be the greatest swordsman, the world's strongest swordsman. It's a massive aspiration, and with that comes the will of a conqueror, which is why I believe Zoro's going to get it as well one day as well. But that's a discussion for another day. But when it comes to Akainu, he is one character that Sengoku has it. I expect Akainu to have it as well. I most certainly expect Akainu to have it by the end of the series, without question. Without question. Now that it's confirmed that Sengoku has it, Akainu is if there's any other Marine that we know that has it, I most certainly expect Akainu to have it. And maybe, I don't know, because Conqueror Sake, I feel like, is just more and more people are getting it now. So it wouldn't be a stretch for me to say somebody like a Kobe would have by the end of the series. I don't expect Smoker to have it, because I see Smoker in the same light that I see Aokiji, where instead of conquerors, I don't see them as conquerors. So I don't see them attaining the type of Haki later on in the series. And same thing with Garp. Like now that I think about it more, then I see why Garp doesn't have it. But Akainu, out of all of them, I most certainly see Akainu. Sengoku has it. Hopefully Garp has it. I have no doubt Dragon has it. And of course, we've seen Luffy have it. As much as I would love for Garp to have it, because of the way his character is, I can see why he wouldn't. Now, when it comes to Dragon, I can see that. I can most certainly see that. There's no question about that. There is no question about that. It kind of makes sense, but I think Garp and Akainu should have it as well. Why do you think Garp should have it? I mean, based off of Garp's personality, I don't take him as a conqueror. Like, I take him as somebody who, even without that, is extremely powerful. I mean, Garp, of course, is somebody who went toe-to-toe with Roger. But in terms of having massive aspirations, he's not somebody that, to me, that just, it seems like wanting to be a king or a conqueror of sorts. Which is why, I mean, just look at his position. He refuses to become an admiral because he doesn't want to do the work of an admiral. So he just stays at vice admiral, even though everybody knows he's on the level anyway. So if he does end up having it, when we know Garp's on that level, all of us know the Garp's on that level. It was like, we went toe-to-toe with Roger. But I still think that the number one thing when it comes to Haki is, especially Conqueror's Haki, is your personality and your aspirations. So, but that's just my take on that. Do you like or hate Law? I love me some Law. Are we talking about Trafalgar D Water Law, man? I love me some Law. Law greatness. Actually, I'm really psyched that Law's coming to Jump Force. I'm gonna use the Flagnards out of Law and Jump Force, and I use him on Treasure Cruise as well. Really fun character, and in all the games, he's a really fun character to use in the games. But yeah, of course, I love me some law. Back in the day, that shot of Garp and Sengoku and the Black Suits made me think they were both equal. Okay, I'll put it like this. Garp, to me, I have as a more formidable fighter than Sengoku. But Sengoku's aspirations went higher than Garp's. And that's why I think Sengoku has the Conqueror's Haki. And I still think, even with the Conqueror's Haki, that Garp is stronger than Sengoku. That's just the way I look at it. Even though they're seen as on equal footing, Sengoku has the higher aspirations. Garp is the better fighter. And that's why one has conquerors, one doesn't. That's the way I look at it. Yo, Cliff dropping bombs. Cliff is out here dropping bombs. All right, Cliff says, wonder if you have speculated on who the person in the cell is. Could the real reason Big Mom is heading to the prison is so she can meet with the person who knows, maybe Rocks? I don't think it's Rocks. If it is Rocks, that would be madness. If it is Rocks, that'd be crazy. I don't think it is. I don't think it is Rocks, though. I don't think it is. But yo, I didn't even think about that. If the real reason Oda has Big Mom heading to the prison is to meet with this person in the cell, yo, Cliff, man. Cliff. All right, Cliff. All right. Yo, I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind now, Cliff, man. I didn't even think of that. Great thought. Yo, Nissan, what do you think about the Caribou helping Kid escape there? Yo, we didn't see Caribou last chapter. That's a good point. Maybe Caribou was the one that set off Kid. Because, Caribou just wants to save himself. And Caribou's extremely close to Kaido anyway, so Caribou, of course, knows where he is. Yo, I like that, Nissan. I like that, yo. I like that. Yo, Tevs, man, what's good, bro? Is there a manga you personally dislike? A manga I personally dislike? I haven't read one that I just downright dislike from what I can recall. Maybe later on stream, I'll be like, Flag Nerds, I should have mentioned that one. Well, actually, no, there is one that I just didn't. It just didn't click. I did. I really, really did. But it just didn't click with me. And that was Seraph of the End. I tried both watching and reading that series because I thought the forms looked cool. But I tried it and I just couldn't get into it. But like I always say, if I can't get into something at one point in time, maybe later on in my life, I'll like it. Same thing. I mean, Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan was like that. I didn't like Tokyo Ghoul at first. Later on, I ended up loving it. Same thing with Attack on Titan. So maybe with Seraph of the End, later on in a couple years, I'll like it. But for right now, I think that'd probably be my answer. Because I try, man. I really, really do. I'm like, I want to give this a shot. But it doesn't interest me. Hisoka X Hisoka, yo, what's good? He says, do you think Sabo will take on Akainu? Most certainly. I will, and I cannot wait to see those two throw hands. I cannot wait. I'm excited for that when that goes down. Also, it says in the favorite card that Aokiji represents lazy justice, but he used to represent burning justice. Maybe he used to have Conqueror's King Haki, but his change in ideology made him lose the ability. Maybe the same applies to Garp and Ace. That is a factual statement, Horace. That is a very, very factual statement, and that is something that is also very fascinating. Like, now that you bring up that possibility of them losing Conqueror's Haki, can Conqueror's Haki be lost when you no longer have the will of a conqueror? You know what I'm saying? It brings up an interesting thought. I'm on board with you though, Harris. I really, really am. Yo, Syndratic, what's good? What's good, Syndratic? It's good to see you. Yo, what's going on, Mestre da Dungeon? It's been a while, my friend. And I see you today. It's late here in Brazil, but I'm here for the greatness. I appreciate you stopping by, yo. I appreciate you stopping by. I wanted to go live for a few minutes, talk about the greatness of the best-selling manga in history. It's some awesome sauce. David says, love your reaction, so much passion. I wanted to ask you, many people wants to see every straw developing. Well, first of all, I appreciate that, David, man. I really, really do. But many people wants to see every straw developing Haki in one way or another, but it doesn't suit for every character. What's your thought? If not every character needs Haki, you know, if every single one of the characters ends up getting one of them because it fits them, sure. But I feel like not every character needs Haki. If they do end up getting it by the end of the series, every single one of them, for some reason or another, sure. I mean, I most certainly can see Nami with observation Haki just due to her weather foretelling ability. That's definitely a form of observation Haki, to be able to forecast and foretell the weather. The very fact that Robin can read the poneglyphs could be a form of observation Haki. You know, Frankie could have ornament. Chopper could have a form of observation Haki, being able to look deeper into certain people's diseases and certain people's what they're truly sick with. That could be a form of observation Haki. It doesn't have to just be foresight or seeing certain things from the future. I think that observation Haki can work in that manner as well. So actually Chopper with observation Haki as well. Of course, Usopp already has it. Brook with ornament. I could see Brook with ornament end of series for sure. I could see Brook with some ornament Haki because it would just work. So if every Straw Hat ends up getting it later on, at least out of the ones that we have seen that doesn't have it yet, then that would be how I would do it. Would be a certain ones get observation, certain one gets ornament. Just fit their roles, their characters, and what they're trying to do. You know, I would. How do I put this? I wouldn't be against it. The realist says, we know Kid's target was Shanks before Kaido obliterated him. Would you like it if Kid is the one who takes down Shanks instead of Blackbeard? You know, I'm not against it. My whole thing is, from a personal standpoint, one of the interactions that I'm looking forward to seeing the most is Shanks and Blackbeard meeting up again. And in order for that to happen, I don't think that Kid and Shanks will be able to meet up. If possibly, who knows how it is that Oda is going to handle this, but that's just personal thing of mine. Shanks and Blackbeard once again having another interaction. But if it is Kid that takes down Shanks, well, first of all, Kid is going to need some help. He's going to need some help against not even just Shanks, man, or Ben Beckman. Y'all know me, bro. I hype up Lucky Root. I hype up my guy Lucky Root, man. And I don't see anyone that Kid knows. I don't see anyone that Kid can spring up. I don't know if Kid knows anybody that can take on and square up with my guy Lucky Root. I mean, that's just facts. My guy, are you kidding me? Lucky Root. Listen, and one day, I'm gonna make a top 30 strongest characters in One Piece, man. And in my top 5, you're gonna see the meat-eating man himself, bro. I hype him up. Y'all know me, man. When it comes to Lucky Root, when it comes to the GOAT, we'll see. We'll see, man. Hey, if anybody in Kid's crew even comes close to touching Lucky Root, respect. Respect. That's my guy, Lucky Root, man. That's my guy, Lucky Root. Yo, Lucky Root is waxing him some. I mean, no, not Instant Messenger Sama. All right, that's too far. Instant Messenger Sama's the GOAT. But Lucky Root's waxing. Lucky Root's waxing. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. Oh, William Fernando brings up a very interesting topic right here. Luffy fights Katakuri to upgrade his observation Haki. Maybe Luffy fights Queen to upgrade Luffy's armament Haki, which he's probably going to need since he can't use his fruit. He won't be able to use his Gum Gum abilities, so the only thing he'll be able to use in the situation is observation Haki, or is armament Haki. I like it, William Fernando. Makes sense. It's definitely a way for him to train his armament Haki in a situation where he can't use his double fruit. I like it, man. I like it. Yo, most certainly King of Spirits. Shout out to Arthur from Library of Ohara. That person puts in the work. I follow that individual on Twitter. Very, very hardworking individual who brings us the translations for a lot of stuff, man. Shout out to that dude. Tokyo Ghoul, the manga or the anime? The manga, no question. I mean, the anime has phenomenal OSTs, but it doesn't compare to the manga for me. Sui Ishida's artwork is just out of this world. The CP0 agent that talked with Mother Karama, the same ones that we see with Orochi, do you think they might reveal to Big Mom what Mother Karama's true intentions were and what her final scheme was? I would love that. Yo, Horace. I would love that. And it would make sense to why CP0 is to why Oda introduced CP0 here in the first place. That would be great. Big Mom's gonna have a huge role in Wano. I really do think that Big Mom is gonna have a way bigger role than I originally anticipated in Wano. Because I was expecting Big Mom's a big role, post Whole Cake, to be in Elbaf. But to be honest with you, I think she's gonna have a bigger role, or not a bigger role, but I think she's gonna have a massive role here, man, at this point. And now that you bring up that right there as well, towards Big Mom's overall character arc, yeah, I can see it. Kurt Shell says, when do we see that man Green Bull, fam? I'm going to say we see Green Bull post-Wano. I'm going to say post-Wano. Unless Green Bull shows up at Wano. Then that'd be crazy. But I'm going to say Green Bull post-Wano. We'll see. What the heck is that? Why is this thing blinking? Oh, snap. That was weird. I think it's because I haven't streamed on my computer in a while. But, like, the little thing down here started blinking. I was like, what the heck does that mean? I was shook, bro. I thought somebody was sniping. I had to look out my window. I go, legit, bro. This thing right here on the bottom, there was a red light that was blinking on and off. I almost looked at my window, and I'm like, yo, is somebody have a sniper out there, dog? But it's a super chat coming in. Yo, shout out to the Alley Cat coming in clutch. Yo, Alley Cat, yo, how's it going? It's been a minute. Alley Cat says, yo, Recon, can you confirm for me if in the English dub of 3 to 2Y, Buggy calls Luffy? No, he doesn't. He does not call him the shit hat, man. He doesn't, bro. And it's a shame. It is a shame, bro. But it was still a great dub. But that him not calling him that automatically brings it down to like a B. You know what I'm saying? Because that was just such a great comedic scene in 3D2Y. So he doesn't do it yet. He doesn't. And I remember you asked me about that. And I forgot to bring it up in the Recon piece. I apologize. But yeah, now yeah, it did. He did. But yeah, I appreciate the super chat, Alley Cat, man. Thank you very much. Bucky does not do it in the dub. And it's a shame. It is a sad shame. A sad shame. Yo, my guy, Laz. What's up, Laz, bro? Yo, Laz, man, we need to get together and talk about the best-selling manga in history one of these days, bro. Talk about the greatness live on stream. The awesome sauce. Hopefully, whenever we have some time. One interesting thing I've noticed is that people who just now catch up to the manga love the post-time skip arcs that the community hates. That is facts, Horace. But almost everyone ranks Dressrosa and WCI in their top 5. I have been noticing that. I'm noticing a lot of people who are catching up to the series. Actually, I've noticed in the in certain groups that I'm in that has like more of a casual anime only One Piece following. I've noticed that a lot of people's favorite arc is Dressrosa. And, you know, for a very, very long time, that arc was looked down upon in the community for its length. I mean, I love me some Dressrosa. I know y'all love you some Dressrosa. But Dressrosa is a pretty controversial arc, and it's an arc that people obviously have very big and personal opinions on, because it most certainly has its great stuff, and for certain people it has its bad stuff. So it is what it is, man. I think that at the end of the day, it is one of those arcs that when we finish One Piece and we look back on it, even now, looking at this arc that we're in right now in Wano, For me, Dressrosa needed to be that long. If this is the allies we're gonna have for the rest of the series, this is gonna be one. If this is gonna be Luffy's fleet, it needed to be that long. And I mean, whenever you go back and reread Dressrosa, it's such an amazing binge, man. And I think that's why people love that arc so much. That and the whole cake catching up to the series, because they don't have to wait for a week to week. They're going in, they're experiencing it back to back to back in the way that I experienced Alabasta and Skype and Water 7, or the way that some of you experienced Sabaody, Marineford, Impel Down, or that some other people experienced in maybe just East Blue. Like for them, which is why for me it's amazing. Like for example, following people like Sticker Tricker, who is gonna be, by the time he catches up, he's gonna have like more than half of Wano to catch up to. So he's gonna be able to, he's gonna be able to go and binge through Dressrosa, Zoe, Whole Cake, Reverie, and half of Wano. Like, yo, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you know, for those of us that have been weekly for a long time, just seeing these people catch up and for them, like for example, like you were just saying, Dressrosa, to certain people, Dressrosa is like what for me was like Alabasta, man, where I was like, good lord, like that binging experience was fire. And for other people that had the opportunity of binging Dressrosa, they're like, oh, that's the greatest arc ever. So I can see it. I can most certainly see it. I can most certainly see it. So I think with Enies Lobby, man, like for me, binging through Enies Lobby, I was like, good God, bro, this is godly. And then I went online and I saw people calling Enies Lobby slow. Like, bro, legit, at that time, Alabasta was not everyone, but Alabasta was just the arc. So, and I binged through, I had the opportunity and the blessing of binging through the Water 7 Enies Lobby saga. So when I finished that, and whenever I eventually caught up and I went online, I saw so many people hating on Enies Lobby. Like at the time, bro, Enies Lobby was not a popular arc. Enies Lobby, people were saying, oh man, Oda took 50 million years. He kept sidetracking to other stuff. I kept dragging it on. And I was like, man, dude, I didn't see any of that. If that's because you're binging through the arc. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I've always taken it, man. Like people who are weekly for certain things see it differently. People who are binging through other things see it differently. For me, every arc gets better with a reread. So I love the weekly experience for One Piece. It's my favorite weekly experience in anything. But I do wonder how it would be, which is why I'm glad that I got to re-experience the series again with Khan, because I was able to see firsthand how certain people react to certain things while binging it back to back to back, which is something I didn't have. You know, like binging through certain arcs where I'm just like, yo, I can see why people would say this is their favorite arc. Because if you could binge this back to back to back, I'd probably be in the same boat. You know, so. But I've noticed it as well, Horace. I've noticed that as well. Yo, you already know it's a new camera, lass? You already know? Actually, I have another one. I have the one I'm using, which is the one that came with this, and I have this one, which is whenever I do my gaming streams, I can't use this one because this camera is being used for the broadcasting. I know it's weird, but this camera, for some reason, I can't use it to both broadcast me and the video game at once. So I had to get this one. And this one was really nice. It's a nice little webcam. It was pretty cheap. It's a nice little webcam. But that one right there is for the video game streams. Hey man, we're moving up. We're moving up, man. We're moving up from the good old 360p streams we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 360p, baby. I have not watched episode 875. I have not watched 875. I'm planning on reacting to it. I was saying that earlier on in the stream. I'm most certainly going to react to it, and it's more than likely going to be tomorrow. More likely going to be tomorrow, and I'm really excited to watch that. Let me see. Are you following any other manga weekly besides One Piece? At this point in time, no, because Gintama is not considered a weekly series. I'm not caught up to Kingdom or to any of the other series I was caught up to before. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm caught up to Black Clover because I don't have to do videos on that, so I'm caught up to that. Let me see. As far as other manga go, I normally, One Piece is really like the only series, unless a series is going at like some crazy stuff is going down, then I read it weekly. But I normally like binging through my series, which is why it's so weird for me when it comes to One Piece, because One Piece is the most like bingeable thing ever, and I prefer the weekly experience over the binging experience. Like the binging experience, of course, is beautiful and it was incredible, but the weekly experience of discussing the series weekly with everyone is what makes this whole journey for me so phenomenal and so incredible. But with other series, I guess since I don't have that community, or at least I'm not involved in those communities, I just let chapters stack up. Like when it comes to, I'll give an example, right? I love Hajime no Ippo. I love it just as much, if not a little bit less than One Piece. Like Ippo for me is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite manga. It's up there. And for me, I prefer to binge read that than read it weekly. Same thing with a series like Detective Conan. Conan is another series I really, really like that I just prefer to binge than read weekly. It just works like that for certain series. But I guess because I'm not as involved in those communities, and even for a series like Kingdom that I read here on the channel, I love Kingdom, but I prefer to binge it. I don't know. I don't know. It just depends. But as far as like Manga Weekly is concerned, yeah, One Piece, and then I just caught up to Black Clover again last week, but I'm mainly watching anime this season, or at this point in time, like I'm watching JoJo Weekly. JoJo's goat. JoJo's going ham. I'm back on Mob Psycho. I am let's see, flipping flagnards. I don't know why I always forget the names. Oh, Doro. I'm still watching weekly. Doro. I'm almost caught back up to Rising the Shield Hero again. So for right now, I'm just watching those weekly. It's Von Augur looking for Supreme Cat. You're sick in the head. You're sick in the head, yeah. Oh, I love Grant's thread. Demon Fox 369. I am following a Grant. Awesome individual, first of all. Really, really nice person. But aside from that, his insight on comics is very, very I feel like I just learn. I learn whenever I go onto a thread and I see it from a different perspective than I did previously. Because I just feel like he has so much insight into what goes into the creation of a comic and panel structure, and that's one thing I bring up that word so much in videos because I really, really do appreciate that, man. I appreciate whenever a person who is developing or creating a comic puts thought into how the page is structured. That is huge. That is huge, man. Like, there's a reason why certain people prefer Bleach, or certain people prefer Naruto, certain people prefer One Piece, especially back in the day during like the Big Three era. People would say that a certain series' art was better than the other, because I prefer. I liked all three for their things, but the reason why I liked One Piece's art style so much, or its page structure, is because of the way that Oda utilizes his double spreads in a way that I had never seen any other comic do previously. Like it's just a personal thing of mine. Whereas with an example like a Bleach, where its panel structure it's more of a, you're focusing on the character and what the character is and what the character's emotions are, and that carries into the following page. With One Piece, for example, so let's just take Wano, right? With Wano, and how Oda is taking certain facial expressions and making that follow into the following page, or into the following panel, which has the character but you can't see their face. It's important to establish the person's facial expression before you get to see their person without the face, so that you can actually feel some sort of emotion to the character that you can't see their face in, which is something that catches people off guard when they're watching anime. Like, have you ever watched anime and you can't see the person's face? You see like a blocky, weirdly outlined figure, but you can't see their face. It's just them like talking, and it looks really, really like people call it bad art, but in actuality, it's just the character is pretty zoomed out and it just looks really, really weird aesthetically. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Where in certain animes, they don't zoom into the face to show their facial expressions. What I appreciate about Oda is that Oda takes the time to show us the outside view, the person, and he also gives us an up close shot just to show, okay, if I'm gonna show an outer an outline of the character and their full body, and I'm also gonna dedicate another entirely different panel to their facial expression. It's something very, very small, but it goes huge when developing a comic. And it's stuff like that that I appreciate whenever Grant has his insight on the stand-up panels, because you learn. It's always nice to learn every single day. When it comes to, especially when it comes to stuff you care about. Can you make a top 5 One Piece attacks? That I'll consider it, Mighty P. I'll consider it. I've never made a video like that before. One day I was thinking about making a top 5 favorite Luffy moves, like Luffy techniques, Gomu Gomu no techniques, because I do love a lot of them. So hell, I could do that, and I could do a Recon's piece dedicated just favorite One Piece attacks in general. Because man, we'll come on here. I'll talk about my boy Ace's Kai and Kai Ente. I could talk about Ente, man. Freaking Zoro's Daisen Sakai. Talk about the jet pistol and the Kong gun and the Black Mamba. We could talk about Thunderbolt Tempo. We could come on here and talk about the legendary crocodile Sables to NL's Mama Ragan. That'll be a fun stream. We'll do that one day. It's liberation. But, I'll have to make an actual list for that one day. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Shout out to Terrell's 40p live streams now, but Terrell's 40p live streams are on the road. That man's a troll. Shout out to my guy Terrell, man. Still to this day, my favorite Twitch streamer of all time is Terrell, bro. That dude is insane. My boy Terrell, yo. TPN's Intensifier has gotten better every chapter. You should for sure hit it up. Man, I love me some Neverland, man. I need to catch back up to it. I know. I think I left off. I left off at the end of an arc, and then I need to pick back up again. But I love me some Neverland, man. I love me some Neverland. I need to catch back up to the Promised Neverland anime, Kurt Chill, and I love it. You know me. Look, it's up here. Oh, don't tell me I removed it again, man. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I think I must have been cleaning or something. Neverland greatness, people. Read The Promised Neverland. I haven't watched the anime in a couple weeks, but read The Promised Neverland. Let me see. Yo, the Tigers coming in clutch, saying, do you think Kuma might throw Bonnie towards Wano? Now, I don't know about Bonnie, like throwing her towards Wano, but the idea of Kuma throwing somebody towards Wano, bro, I hadn't even thought about that. The idea of maybe not even just Kuma himself, but somebody utilizing and using Kuma's pawpaw fruit to teleport either themselves or somebody else to Wano. Oh, man, dude. I mean, I already thought anybody could show up. But the fact that that's a possibility is huge. I hadn't even thought about that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It was good, Joy Boy, man. What's good, yo? Any thoughts on live reaction channels? Reaction channels are awesome. I really love. I'm subscribed to a lot of people that are currently catching up to. I'm subscribed to a few people that are catching up to One Piece, Gintama, and Hunter x Hunter. I still need to find some more people that are like catching up to JoJo. on and reaction wise. There's a few I know, but I love watching reactions, man. Especially whenever it comes to the stuff that I really, really enjoy that I can just rewatch all the time. Like a Gintama One Piece, for example. I can rewatch those series anytime, anywhere. Hunter x Hunter is another one of those, and JoJo's another one of those. Like at any time, I can just sit down, pull out my phone, and I can't do it because I'll get. I've tried it so many times to put freaking images in my videos, but I always get copyright striked. But for people who are fortunate and can and do get away with it by bringing on the opacity or whatever the case may be, they put in hard work. There's certain reaction channels that I watch that they don't just let it run the entire time. Like they edit it, only do certain moments. I have respect for those people because that takes a lot more effort than meets the eye, because you have to coordinate whenever you start the video. You have to coordinate the reaction that's going on at the same time as the video that's being shown. So and then to split that up, and especially if you're doing like a 6 or 5 episode reaction, it takes some time. It takes some time to edit. It definitely takes some time to edit. So yeah, shout out to those people. But in terms of reaction channels, really, I enjoy them. I like them. I like watching them. And for people who do reactions, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Reactions is fun to do, man. From like a personal thing, when it comes to series, especially that I really, really enjoy. And like, for example, man, I will never forget my Kingdom catch-up experience, bro. And unfortunately, I feel like I can't do it now as much as I did before. But the Kingdom catch-up experience is just so much fun, man. And just reacting to that and binging that and catching up to it that was such an amazing experience. But for people who react weekly, like how I react for One Piece, it's a routine, and it's a fun routine. It's something I look forward to every single week. And for those other individuals that go out there and every single week they react to your Mob Psycho, they react to your JoJo, or they react to Shield Hero, and just giving this season as an example, they look forward to that. It's a highlight. So it's fun. It's always nice re-experiencing things with other people. I like reaction channels because it allows you to experience something once again with somebody else. That, like, if it was a friend or whatever the case may be, and it's dope. It's dope. I loved my re-experiencing of One Piece with Khan. That was a phenomenal experience, man. Yo, Don Wander thing. I'm glad you could make it, yo. I'm glad you can make it. Yo. All right, man. Hold on, bro. Both Silva and Terrell are here. I'm gonna have to end the stream. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be right back. I gotta end the stream. Skip. When those trolls are here, everybody better evacuate. Let me see. Yo, Terrell factually is the GOAT when it comes to when it came to his catch-up reactions, man. That guy was insane. This man, Shonen Jump Captain, man, with the new. Shout out to those of you who actually know what I'm talking about. New. New. But anyways, thoughts on pudding? You know, I was just thinking about this the other day. I think that out of every single character that's been introduced post time skip, not spotlighted, because we're talking about spotlighted. I think Doflamingo is my favorite character introduced post time skip. But if we're talking about characters that are characters highlighted post time skip, it would be Dofi, because Dofi got highlighted more than he did pre time skip. But characters just straight up introduced post time skip, I think the one that I'm most connected to is Pudding. I really, really do. I have such an insane connection to that character at this point that that I feel like Pudding. And that's something that's a huge strength of Whole Cake Island, is that characters like Katakuri, Big News Morgan, Stussy, freaking Pudding came out of the arc. I love those characters, and of course you have Vince Smokes and whatnot. But I love those characters right there, man. Really, really awesome characters. But yeah, Pudding for me is one of my favorite characters just in general in the series. Any action involving Dragon is a 10 out of 10, no question. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything with the GOAT, Dragon Monkey. I was just like I said earlier. I was rewatching some Marineford, and there's a couple lines that in Japanese I can always recite, and when Akainu just says Dragon no Musco, it's always goat. It's always goat. Watch your boy Roshi's recent stream. He read the entire Marineford arc in one go. I mean, I can't blame him for that. The arc is too insane not to constantly go back and read back to back. Even people who are watching the anime, I can't blame them for watching the anime in one sitting. That's what my friend's doing right now while I'm recording this, watching the entire arc in one sitting. Same thing with well, there's a couple arcs that I feel like you can do that with in this series, but that stretch, like Sabaody, Impel Down, or I'm sorry, Sabaody, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford, Post Marineford, Return to Sabaody. I mean, if somebody read all that in one day, I couldn't blame them. I really can't. I can't blame them. Yo, bearded, you're talking about the Tiger. You're talking about bearded theories. Yeah, I'm sub to him. I have no idea what happened to him. No idea. Yo, man. Hey, I'll need to be stuffed. Do you think Hancock is going to Wano to help Luffy during the final battle? Wouldn't that be something? I mean, more Hancock and Luffy. I'll be all for that. But I think Oda's going to be saving Hancock for something else. But if Hancock does show up in Wano, that'd be dope. And it's like I said before, getting more Hancock and Luffy action is greatness. But I think Oda's going to be saving Hancock for something else later on. Yo, yo, Terrell, you're sick of that bring that up, bro. The dinner party, bro. The dinner. Yeah, Laz is right, man. We have a 2319. We have a 2319, bro. We have a 2319. Yo. I'll never forget Recon's Believe in Pudding 2018 movement. Yo, man. The Believe in Pudding movement was those were some struggle times, man, but those were fun times. Fun times. Shout out to every single person. On a serious note, shout out to every person who stuck with the channel during those times, man, because so many people from that time left the channel during the Believe in Pudding movement. I haven't seen like a bunch of those people since that day. Since that day that chapter dropped. Good times. Yeah, I really do appreciate, on a serious note, like no trolling. I appreciate every single person who stayed behind after that and actually stayed subscribed and stayed just a part of the experience with me here on the channel, man. I really did appreciate it. Like I did remember those of you who were there at that time and still stuck around, man. I appreciated it. Hell, to this day, I still appreciate it. Who are we maining in Pokemon Sword and Shield? I send the Supermax with Grookey Gang. I don't know, man. Yo, listen. Listen, man. When it comes to the Chungus, bro, I might have to go with my fire types, man. Listen, man. I'm a rabbit guy. All right, I'm a rabbit guy. I like Bugs Bunny, so I know that I've seen Silva with Sobble all over the social media. And now I know that you're with Grookey Gang. If both of y'all go on that, I might as well sign the Chungus, the big Chungus, and go Fire Gang for Pokemon Sword and Shield, man. I mean, I normally go Fire Gang anyway, but that's not true. I remember whenever I went for Alligator, man, it's been years. Freaking, what was that? Pokemon Crystal? For Alligator. Let me see. What happened to Uzumaki Khan? At this point in time, he's currently taking care of his mother, who is very, very sick, and he just didn't have time to dedicate to reactions or anything. So he's currently not doing YouTube anymore. Now, whether he comes back one day or not is yet to be seen. But as long as he's good and his family is good, man, let my man do him. He's a genuinely good human being and a very awesome person. So if he never makes another video again, I will, of course, be thankful for the memories and what he did, and I'll miss watching his reactions. But at the very least, he gave us a lot of memories and a lot of great experiences, man. I mean, he gave us arguably, even for hardcore fans in the community and for casual fans in the community, almost everyone that I know who's into One Piece has seen Khan's reaction to Ace's father. And that to me is, at this point in time, one of the most iconic moments in the history of the community. And that's just extremely cool to me. So but yeah, I wish him nothing but the best when it comes to Khan. Like I said, if he comes back one day, it'll be awesome sauce. But if he doesn't, I most certainly understand why. Somebody says, I'm a mod for Bearded Theories. He's only on Patreon right now unless he has new episodes to edit his videos. Gotcha. Thanks very much for the update, somebody. I appreciate it. Because yeah, I was wondering where he was. I didn't see my sub box. Yo, good question, Gamer Nebula. I actually wanted to talk about this. So Gamer Nebula says, you think the Shogun will be at Komodosaki's funeral? Yes. I do believe so. I do believe that the Shogun will be attending Komodosaki's funeral, and there'll be something going down there in Komodosaki's funeral. Something is going to go down. I don't know what that something is, but it's going to be something that's going to continue to take us towards the climax of Act 2. No question. It's gonna be big. It's going to be big. Bill, he's Hisoka 2017. We're carrying that agenda into 2020, Sen. We're carrying that agenda. Bill is Hisoka 2020. All right. I'm telling you, man, the Chungus, bro. The Chungus. Let me see. I returned my PS4 after KH3. Wait. Whoa, you were being serious about that, bro? No, you're a troll. I remember you telling me that you had no use for the thing anymore after KH3. But come on, man. There's DLC for KH3, bro. There's DLC for KH3. Come on, man. Come on. Fire types. Facts. Let them know if it smokes Sangoro. Yeah, SJC knows fire starters are a must. Let's go. I'm choosing Sabo because whenever I hear anyone say it, I only think of the goat Sabo. Okay, I respect that, Senato. I really, really do. Silva says water greater than fire is simple math. Hey, come on, man. Look, even though that is factual, I mean, I can burn Grookey's grass, so I'll have an advantage there. And honestly, I like a challenge. That's normally why I like using the fire types in the game, is because you really do. You need to utilize the your other 5 characters in your starting 6 to their fullest extent, because you're not going to be able to take everybody out Blaziken. You're not going to be able to take everybody out with Cyndaquil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to focus and really raise up and really be tactical about what are the other 5 starters that you have with you. So that's why I like using the fire types. Division 2 or Anthem, of course, Division 2 hasn't come out yet. I am enjoying Anthem a lot. I've been playing more Jump Force, and NBA 2K19 has been the main thing that I've been playing. After Kingdom Hearts 3, of course, KH3 took up, and I still go back to it every now and then. But in terms of my games, I've been playing 2K because for being a Twitch Prime member, they gave me 8 packs. So my team is soup on 2K now, man. I got D Wade. I'm at the point. I got KD as my shooting guard. I got LeBron at the 3. I got Robert Horry in his prime at the 4. And then as my center, I got Joel Embiid. And then coming off the bench, I got a nasty Trae Young. I got Ben Simmons. I have who else is coming off the bench? Jason Tatum. And a couple of them. So I got a nasty squad, and it was all thanks to Twitch Prime. And then when it comes to Anthem and Jump Force, I played at least once a day. I have so much fun on that game. From a creative character standpoint, playing online standpoint, it's fun. And then Anthem, whenever like the rest of the squad is online, we'll get on to do a couple missions. But I haven't finished the game. It's a cool game though. It's just I don't like playing it by myself. Whereas I could play Jump Force and 2K by myself. And of course, like H3 and I've been playing Final Fantasy 9 again too because I bought it again because I love Final Fantasy, man. Or 9. Well, I love Final Fantasy in general, but 9 is so good. And then 7 comes out this month for the Switch. That's getting copped ASAP. Yo, have any of y'all played Tetris 99 for the Switch, man? That junk is addicting. I'm trash at Tetris. My brother's a goat. My brother is a beast at Tetris, but I'm trash at Tetris, man. I'm trash, but I still like it. It's fun. Kurt Chill says, if the warlords are over, my man's Luffy getting Amazon Lily. Facts, Kurt Chill. Facts. That is hard 100% facts. If the warlords are over, my man's Luffy getting Amazon Lily. There's no question. This is going to be his territory. No question. For sure, catch up to TPN. The latest episodes have been amazing. Every single week non-stop greatness. I gotta catch back up to that for sure. I miss reading My Hero too, man. It's been a while. It's crazy that the Whole Cake Island anime is only 2 episodes from being done. Dude, Cliff, bro. You're telling me, dog. You know how hyped I am? Dude, I have so many friends that are anime only, man. I have so many friends that are anime only. They don't know about Instant Messenger Sama. They don't know about the Hat. They don't know about the 1.5 Billy. They don't know about it, man. They don't know about Shanks. They don't know about Wano. Like, man, dude, and trust me, these next couple episodes in the anime are going to be so good. Like whenever I get a chance to watch today's episode, I know it's going to be great because that was chapter 900. 9, great chapter. And then 902 was one of my favorite chapters of last year. 902 was such an amazing chapter, man. It's probably going to make me tear up in the dang darn anime. But then you got 903, bro. And then after 903, I'm expecting filler. I'm expecting a filler arc after 903. And then I'm expecting it's either going to be after 903 or 908. We're going to get filler arc. But I'm going to say 903 right now. 903 filler. We cut after the filler to the Revolutionary Army with 904. Then we go to 905. In the beginning of 906, the first half of that episode is going to be cut into 3 episodes. We're going to, or I would say maybe even more, but I don't think Toei's that sick in the head. When we get to chapter 906, we're going to have 3 episodes of filler covering Rebecca, Vivi, and Shirahoshi's flashbacks, recapping Fishman Island, Alabasta. In Alabasta's case, since we're also getting Dalton, we're going to get Alabasta and Drum Island. For Dressrosa, probably a recap of that entire portion right there, sitting Fishman Island. So, or 3 episodes dedicated to that. And then after that, we're going to be filler-less going into Wano. That's what I'm expecting. Either we get the filler in chapter 903 or we get the filler after chapter 908. But regardless, there is no question. I know Toei, and Toei will have filler in the Reverie. No question. There is a reason why those bubbles were put in, like the recap saying, oh, you haven't seen Dalton in a long time. This is why they're important. Toei does that anyway. Toei does that every single time we see a character we haven't seen in 2 episodes, let alone 5 years, or in freaking certain characters' case, like 10 years. So I guarantee you, they're going to have massive recaps in Reverie. Massive recaps in the Reverie. I can promise you that, Coach. But it's still going to be fun, though. It's still going to be fun. Prime Robert Horry, man, I'm telling you. Prime Robert Horry. Oh, hey, send me a team of your. Send me a picture of your team in 2K Silva. Send me a picture of that jump, bro. Yeah, what's going on, Ali? What's going on? Going on. What do you mean an Anthem? I'm meaning the Rocket one. I forgot what the name of it is. It's a Ranger. The Ranger, I think, is the name. The Ranger. I was gonna pick Storm. I mean, my second character is a Storm, but or an Interceptor. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go Ranger because I like rockets. Adrian Cruz, Im Sama. Yo, Adrian, man, Here soon. Yo, Adrian, you know where Jalen is, bro? Jalen's in Marineford. My man Jalen is in Marineford, bro. And just yesterday, whenever we were in the Xbox party, remember he was in towards the end of Impel Down. Man went ham today, bro. My man went ham. We watched a whole bunch of episodes. I was rewatching a couple of them with him. But yeah, Adrian, bro, if you get on either today or tomorrow, we'll hit up some Jump Force or some 2K. I know you just got 2K too. Bro, Hazy, same. Hazy says, God, I can't wait for the next opening. I can't wait for the next opening from a visual or this opening superpowers from a visual standpoint, like how they're going to change the visuals, her Reverie and Wano. And I can't wait for the new opening just in general because it's going to be really, really nice. Really, really nice. Scala I de Kailem. Instant Messenger low-key lives in Skylight Kylum. I think there's no question about that. I think he is Skylight Kylum. That is him, yo. M is going to summon Kingdom Hearts. There's no question. M is mom. That's it. Yeah, facts. That's just he said it. M-sama is mom. The master of masters. Oh, man. But yeah, yo, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here soon, man. I'm going to... I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Just one last quick thing before we end off the stream. I just gotta say this, man. I am so excited for this movie that is coming out. One of these days, we need to sit down and talk about this movie that's coming out, man. Because when I saw that a member of the Roger Pirates was gonna be the main individual that we have to take care of, I was so hyped, man. Not only that, but it is a movie. It's a scene. It is a situation where we have the Logtown squad, man. We're gonna have the Straw Hats. We're gonna have Smoker and Tashigi, and then we're gonna have Buggy and Mr. 3. Any chapter, any moment, any situation with Buggy and Mr. 3 is automatically worthy of my television. I mean, it's worthy of my viewing at any time because Buggy and Mr. 3 and especially when that combos together with Luffy and or Bonko. God, man. That's why I love Impel Down so much, bro. That's what because it's just those characters are so trollish. I love Buggy and Mr. 3, man. Their chemistry, especially whenever they're with the other individuals in Buggy's crew, because if it feels like Mr. 3 he's playing the serious guy, or in like what do they call it in Gintama, the straight man. Mr. 3 is a straight man, and Buggy is trying to actually do something, but the prisoners or his followers force him to do something else, and then Luffy gets involved too, and then Buggy starts following Luffy unintentionally. It's always hilarious. It's great. It's great. I really, really love Buggy and Mr. 3. This man donated just to say you take L's in Jump Force. Yo, Adrian, you're my guy, bro. You're my guy. And also, guys, that's not factual. That I take L's in Jump Force. That's not factual. That's not factual. All right. I do take L's, but only when I'm not using certain characters. All right. Only when I'm not using certain characters. Yeah, but Adrian, man, thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. Yo, I'll take L's. I'll take L's for the 5. In the right. Hey, let them know SJC, bro. I'll take L's for the 5, bro. I'll take L's for the 5. Yo, SJC and I actually one day. I remember it was a long time ago. We were planning on playing a Splatoon on stream, and it never happened. But I guarantee you, if that would have happened, it would have been the most trollish live stream that would have ever taken place, bro. Because knowing us two playing Splatoon on camera, oh, that would, oh Lord, that would have been a fun one, Skip. Stampede is going to be insane. The OP no Me and Snake Man and movie quality animation. I know, Horace. I know. That's facts. The OP Snake Man, Roger flashbacks in movie quality. Yo. Greatness, man. It's greatness. Mr. 3 and Buggy are great together. I'm telling you, Syndratic. I'm telling you, yo. Buggy the Goat. Make a Jump Superstars live stream. Isn't Jump Superstars the DS one? The DS game? I played Battle Stadium Dawn, the one for the PS2. I played J Stars, of course, but I never played that one. I mean, Jump Force, but of course, but that one, the DS one, I never played it. I never played it. And then I don't know if you remember this one, but there was this online game. I don't remember I don't remember the official name of it, but there was this one, aside from, of course, what was the name of it? Flipping Flagnards. It's the one with Sora and all the Super Smash Bros. Characters, but that's Sora. Super Smash Flash. I played Super Smash Flash a lot, the second one. And I used to play that in school, man. Like in college, people would pull that up. Oh, man, I would go ham with Luffy and Sora. I would go ham with Luffy and Sora, man. No questions asked. But there was this one other game that you could play that was like Super Smash Flash. But it was around it was for damn it, man. It was like another like Flash game with like 2D pixel art. But it had Naruto, it had One Piece Bleach. There was even like Code Geass characters from like Vampire, and like it was a whole bunch of animes, but the game actually had like really, really nice gameplay. Like it was all post time skip. I don't remember the name of the game now, man, but that game was fun. It might have been Mugen, SJC. It might have been Mugen. I know I played the Dragon Ball. It might have been Mugen in general. I think you're right. I think it might be Mugen. That junk was fun. Because I remember somebody had it on the USB drive and they brought it to class one time and I played it. Dude, that junk was gold. I was using post time skip Zoro. And then I remember using Naruto, and I think it was Naruto with the at the time, I think it was just the regular chakra mode, not like Sage Chakra. It was just regular chakra. That was a fun game, man. That was a fun game. Psycho Ghost Trackers. Hey there, love the channel. I appreciate that, Psycho Ghost Trackers. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's a DS game called White Comic. It's an RPG that have a giant crossover with a lot of manga characters. Kenichi Fairy Tale. What? Giant crossover with a lot of manga characters and has Kenichi Fairy Tale? Wow. I never heard about that. I'll search it up after here. Gold Roja. I'm talking about the USB drive. The USB drive. Will Volume 90 be the reason for a new top 10 One Piece volumes video? Horace, that might be factual. Because Volume 90 is, for sure, is one of my top 10. You know for a fact. Volume 90 is going to my top 10 for One Piece volumes. The best One Piece games are Unlimited Cruise 1 and 2. Unlimited Adventure for the Wii. I'll give Unlimited Adventure this. Unlimited Adventure had the dub for all those characters. That was the last time we got those characters dubbed. I'm not sure if I can put... Oh, hold on. I got to answer this question right here. Ali G says, when can we expect the review of Legend of the Galactic Heroes? Just wait for it. I promise you it's coming. Just wait for it. I don't know how much longer you have to wait, but just know that it might not be like a full-on review, but it's going to be just a man on here marking out about the greatness that is Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I look forward to making that video. But I'll get around to it. I'll try to do it this month. But going back to the One Piece games, I have a special place in my heart for this one. Where is it? That's my... I got my Pirates card over right there. It is. Got my Grand Battle. Grand Battle, of course, is a classic. So was the Game Boy One Piece one. But I have a special place in my heart for the original Pirate Warriors. And I'll tell you why. The original Pirate Warriors, for a very, very long time, for the One Piece games that we did have, we only went up to Skypiea. Skypia. It was always East Blue, Alabaster, Skypia. We never really got to fight in Rim Island. Never really, and then for those of us who were caught up, we didn't get to fight in Enies Lobby, Water 7, Sabaody, Impel Down, Marineford. I'll never forget when Pirate Warriors first did the States over here, and I got it from a PlayStation 3 Christmas Day. What was that, 2010, 2011? I got it Christmas Day for my PS3. And I'll never forget just opening up that game, playing it, and the very first mission in the game was Return to Sabaody, man. And I was marking out so hard because it did the classic video game. I'm going to start you off with every single character or every single move. Like Luffy had all of his moves post time skip, and you start off in the beginning of the series with no moves. And I was like, oh, the classic video game move. But just going through that game, I'll never forget going through all the stages I hadn't been able to go through in a video game before, like your Enies Lobby, Sabaody. I remember even Alabasta was really, really fun in that game because and Skypia wasn't that. They didn't have Skypia until like number 3, but that one was in the limited games. But I remember going to the boss battle with Crocodile, so awesome. The boss battle with Lucci, with the quick time events was beast. Going through Impel Down in the game was so much fun, bro. That and Marineford in the game was a blast. And then, of course, Return to Sabaody was great. But I think even in all the Pirate Warriors games, Impel Down is probably my favorite stage. I love Impel Down in those games, man. It's so much fun. But yeah, Pirate Warriors has a special place in my heart. Grand Battle, like I said before. And then, the Unlimited games were great. Trying to think of what could take that other spot, man. I like the top 3. Because I enjoyed me some the Unlimited World Red and Unlimited Adventure. But I'd have to think about that third one. One of these days we'll come in here and talk about the best One Piece games. Alright, man. The Tigers, have a good one. I'm about to end this here soon. You may binge that in 2 weeks. Are you talking for Galactic Heroes? Yeah, man, dude, it's so good. It's so good. One Piece final fight. Roger's alive. One Piece chapter 1048 and beyond. Usopp was sick in the head, bro. Horus says Galactic Heroes blessings to the world, and to all of our souls. What an incredible series, man. It's an anime. Luffy Gear 5 is going to be Monkey God. I've been seeing a lot of thoughts on that with like what the next gear is going to be or what Gear 5 is going to be and whatnot, man. It'll be interesting if Oda decides to actually touch upon like the monkey in his name, even though we've already seen like the Kong with his with the way that Gear 4th looks and with the Kong gun and whatnot. But yo, Recon, how was the 4th anniversary? Dude, Hazy, I'm going to be honest with you. I pulled every single non-cost 65 character. So I got my Perospero, I got my Daifuku, I got what was the other ones? I got basically almost everybody out of that first batch that you get. I got almost all of them except for Smoothie, the new Whitebeard, and Big Mom. I didn't get those 3. But I got every single other exclusive one in that banner. And then in the second banner that I was pulling for, because I was trying to get, I still don't have the Gear 4th Luffy, man. I have every red that I want in the game, except for that damn Gear 4th potential Luffy that in the Japanese version that you can upgrade into Snake Man. And I'm sitting here, man, I'm trying so hard to get this Luffy. The person who just donated, Adrian, he got him like that. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what is wrong with these humans? So I'm pulling, man. I'm pulling dupes. Like I pulled a dupe Zoro because I have the Cost 65 Legend Bandana Zoro. I love that character. But I duped him, so I sold him to Rayleigh, and I upgraded my one of my laws to Cost 65. So my team right now that I'm running with, that I've been going ham with, is I have the Luffy and Ace combo, where Shirahoshi is my leader. Shirahoshi is my leader, and I have Legend Whitebeard, the original one, the old one. Legend Whitebeard. I have a Luffy and Ace, the combo card. I have Legend Zoro. I have Doflamingo. I have Cavendish, and I think that's my team right there. I think that's my team. Well, no. I sometimes switch Cavendish and Dofi. I think it's those that I switch, and then the other person is just a random friend. But I switch Cavendish and Dofi depending on the situation, because Dofi overall gives me a better chance for certain situations. But when I want to take out an enemy quickly, Cavendish's ult gives me like 3 turns where he just one-shots almost anyone. So, yeah, I didn't have much luck. I'm gonna be awesome. I didn't have much luck. My best unit was that Log Ace in the second part. Which one was? Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, Legend Ace is a GOAT card, man. It's a really, really awesome card. Yo, what's going on? Yo, Shadow and Yak. Yak was here earlier. Freaking Shadow. Speaking of that, hold on. I gotta do something for Yak real quick. My guy Yak. But yeah, yo, man. Let me. I like Grand Adventure. You can play Stormo, Buggy, and Smoker. Factual. Very, very factual. Yo, Buggy. It was so much fun using those 2 characters in the games, man. Buggy, of course, is always fun, but Smoker, especially in those times, man, he was a legendary character. Like Smoke. I mean, I still look at Smoker as one of my favorites, but legendary character, man. But yeah, man, I will see all of y'all next time. Thank you very much for making this a really fun stream. I only wanted, or not only wanted, but I was expecting to only be on here for like 20 minutes. And y'all made it like a 2-hour stream. So shout out to everybody for your awesome comments. Shout out to overall, just give me a fun time and being able to talk about the best-selling manga in history with all of you, man. It was a blast. And I look forward to whenever we can meet up again. Once again, the overall plan right now, I'm planning on reacting to the new One Piece episode, either tomorrow or the day after. And then it's going to be, I have another One Piece video that I would like to do before the next chapter drops. I want to react to the Kingdom chapters and to the new Mob Psycho episode that's going to be dropping on Monday. So that's my current plan for content on the channel. And then if possible, I can squeeze in like a video game stream with like Jump Force or whatever the case may be, man, we'll do that. But aside from that, man, a huge thank you to everybody who stopped by. I know that for some of you, this was really, really early. So for those of you who stopped by, regardless of what time it is, I truly, truly do appreciate it. So I'll hope all of you have an awesome night or day wherever you are. Take care. And thank you for all of your wonderful comments, man. This was a fun stream. Have a good one, guys. Shout out to that One Piece greatness. And shout out to what's his face, the Chungus, man. If the best starter in the new Pokemon game is that dang darn Chungus, man. And that's a shoot. Shout out to Im Sama.